To poach pears, get 4 ripe pears. I'm starting to peel them. So just peel those and then we'll core them, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, to core your inside of your pears, if you've got a pear or apple corer, that's great, but if you don't have a melon baller either, what you can do is you can cut them in half. We'll just cut the top off and we'll just cut the bottom, and we'll cut that in half, and just using a teaspoon you can just scoop out the core, the middle, with the spoon. Try to do a nice job. It's important to have ripe pears. There we go. In a medium-sized pot, add 100 grams of caster sugar and 600 mils of water. We may need to add a little bit more water. Just get a spoon and stir that to dissolve caster sugar. So we may need to add a little bit of water just once the pears are in there, just to make sure they're covered. Then we're going to add 2 cinnamon quills, some star anise, about 3 little pieces, and some thinly zested rind off 2 oranges. So put that all in there. Stir that around.
What's in the round?
So that we can mix it. And put that on the stove and simmer for a few minutes. Bring it to simmer and then reduce the heat, and then when the pears are ready we can pop them in there. Simmering for a few minutes. So we're going to add the pears in there now. We may need to add a little bit more water. You can add a lot of other things to this, such as a dessert wine, saffron. There's lots of things you can add. I might just add a little bit of water just to cover those. We're just going to poach those until the pears are a little bit softer, maybe 15 to 20 minutes, but we'll check on that. Keep that on a simmer and just let that poach away. Okay, so once you've placed them all in, the pears, place some baking paper on the top I just put a little hole to let a lot of that, some of the steam moisture to come out. Otherwise, just place that on top. You can place a little plate on top to hold down the pears, and let that simmer for 20 minutes or so until the pears are poached and soft and lovely. These are the poached pears. The aroma from the liquid is just amazing. So fragrant with the star anise and the cinnamon quills. And the pears should really hold their shape. Try to be careful as you take that. Because we've cut them in half, if they were whole, they would be a little bit easier. But that's fine. We achieved what we wanted to. Going to be using 2 rectangle tins. This is 25 centimetres by 17.5 centimetres. Okay, in order to line your tin, we just need to, I've just got a baking size sheet of paper that's just a little bit bigger on each side, probably probably about 4 to 5 centimetres longer on each side. So just pop the tin in the middle of that paper and just make, if you can see that, cut incisions there. And on this side I've done it that way, so I'm just going to cut it that other way, so when we fold it in we'll have some nice angles, and we do that on the other side again. So over here I've cut it that way, so I'll cut it down this way. Okay, so we'll just butter our tin now. So we just want some soft room temperature butter, not too melted. Just spread that on the tin. Once you finish your Frangipane mixture, halve them into the 2 rectangle tins. So there's probably about 470 in each. We just need to spread this flat, and then we'll cut the poached pears. We'll slice the poached pears up and sit them on top. Make sure your oven is preheated at 170 degrees for us ready to pop these in. Do nice, reasonably thick slices. So just cut them down. This one might be a bit hard. That. And again, just trying to get some nice thick slices. So I'm just going to place the slices of poached pear, just in a row of probably how I'll cut the slices, so probably just 3 slices down that side, and again 3 slices down the other side, and that's probably how big I'll cut the slice once it's cooked. There we go. Do that to the other one as well. So pop these now in the oven at a preheated oven of 170 degrees for about 35 to 40 minutes. Okay, the tart is ready when it's golden colour, and you press down on it lightly and it springs back up, and it's come away from the sides a bit there as well, so it's ready. That was about 35 minutes. After the tart has cooled for about 5 minutes in the tin, take it out by using the edges of the baking paper. To remove the baking paper from underneath the Frangipane tart, use your cooling wax as